So you get a lot of this. We're literally, you know, about 100 yards off the highway, and you got someone like that'll just pull up and just stare at you. Now, they were up the road a little more, but this is across the country, guys. You can see where I'm at. There's only 2 motorhomes out here close to the road that were here long before I got here. Okay. And the one, he's been here for a while. They're all the way from New England. But this is what happens to me, and from what I can see on the internet, now that doesn't make it all true, but for me and several other people that I know personally, this type of weird shit happens. See it moving? So they do shit like this everywhere you go. Now that truck fully loaded, if it was the dually and the Cummins, that's an $80,000 truck. Ford and Dodge are the most expensive. Okay? So that means whatever job that guy has, he's on a schedule to where he can drive around and follow people around out in the desert that aren't doing any harm. This is a recreational area, okay? I'm allowed to be here. This is actually a shooting area, and this is Old Kingman Highway, okay? Now, he did that. That's all he did. He didn't get out and shoot. You can see there's no motorcycles, no camping gear, so on and so forth, okay? Now, I don't know if you can see it, but right where my finger's at, that's the first motorhome. The other one's off on the other side up by the road. So that guy drove about 3 or 4 football field lengths, about past, right on the other side of that little ridge right there, and just sat there. And then when I walked up to this bush right there, okay, and kind of used it as cover, then he did that and pulled up over there. Now, you can see I have a trailer. You can see I have a truck. I know all the scratches and the nicks on it, but from a distance, it's not a bad looking setup. We're not doing anything we're not supposed to do. We're not shooting, which you can do. We don't have off-road vehicles, which you can do. Okay, so what are these people doing? And earlier, and it doesn't mean they're doing bad, but 12 all at once, back to back to back to back to back. 12, side-by-sides, UTVs, Razors, Can-Ams, but 12, one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other, and then the last 3 or 4 were separated. So they're acting like we're up here doing criminal activity when we're allowed to be up here. This is a recreational area. This is what you do in recreational areas. You camp, you have fires, you go off-road, you play loud music, okay? See, there's the other motorhome. So you can see the road. There's the road. I don't know if you can see those cars. That's the highway. So that guy came off to this highway and just sat out in the middle of nowhere for nothing. This motorhome right here has been here for over a week. I don't care what people do, but he's been here for over a week. And that's all good and well. That's what this area is for. You can probably stay out here for up to 2 weeks. But anyway, that's what people do to us. Now, what that guy just did, 3 other vehicles have done since I got up this morning. And I'm talking as soon as I open my door and walk out here, boom, tan Tacoma, newer Tacoma. And then when we stand out longer, a bright red double cab truck. And then that guy. And then the 12 Razors. 12, I counted. Okay? So we're out in the middle of nowhere in a recreational area. We're literally outside city limits. Past the lake. We're almost to the next valley over. And that is how you're treated in America. And I'm an Arizona citizen since I'm 13 years old. That's America. That's Agenda 2020. That's Agenda 2030. That's the NWO. And that's called for your safety. That's the type of bullshit that they've scared you all into. You can't even go camping safely. And I did serve the country for a decade. I carry my discharge paperwork. I have a service animal, and I have paperwork for my medical issues. And these people follow me around. Look where I'm at, man. Do you see anybody else besides the 2 motorhomes I showed you? Okay. And it's what, Tuesday? 1:30 in the afternoon on a Tuesday. So whatever job that guy has that affords him that $80,000 truck, but he's not at work right now, congratulations, huh? That's your government, man. Okay? So that's what happens across the country. I'm never going to stop recording it. I'm never going to stop fucking telling people that call it schizophrenia, you're stupid. I'm never going to stop saying that. I'm not right about everything, but I've got 39 states of proof, and I've lapped the country over 3 times now. You're an idiot if you don't think this is real, and they've been talking about it for decades and generations, actually. This is all based on whatever the Nazis did. Everything they're doing now, they're using the technology to do what the Nazis did on the sly, because you can't see radio waves and all that. Electromagnetic frequencies. Elf on a shelf. Electromagnetic low frequency, ELF. When people say elf on a shelf, they're not just talking about a Christmas decoration, okay, guys? Okay, so that's how you're treated. And I have a friend of mine who's disabled from an accident and has children, and they get treated the exact same way. And when we go out together, we get treated the exact same way. We go shopping, we'll park happened last night, we park all the way at the end of the lot and take up 4 spots. Someone from out of state comes and parks as close to us as possible and then follows us into the store. And as soon as we get into the store, they try to make a comment about us, even though they followed us in their vehicle and parked by us, even though we went way out of our way, like I always do, like I showed you in that Smith's video. I'll park all the way at the end of the lot. I'll come out, boom, someone's parked right next to me pretending to be on their phone, or maybe they are on their phone talking, but they're not doing shit but sitting right by my vehicle. Car, truck, motorcycle, van, doesn't matter. That is America. If you don't believe it, I can't help you, and I can't convince you. 39 states of the exact same phenomenon happening. That'd be like seeing Bigfoot walk right there in 39 different states and go, nah, that's a hoax. That guy's crazy. You're fucking crazy. Wake the fuck up. But anybody else who's actually fucking paying attention, or is just freshly having their eyes open, that's what really goes down in our country. We ain't free. Number one, maybe in surveillance. They're making a ton of money, but everybody that's not a surveillance personnel or surveillance role player, whatever the government likes to call it, look all that shit up. You think I'm fucking crazy and just making shit up? Look this stuff up. It's in books, it's in newspapers, it's on the computer, okay? Look, I'm gonna come off this road, drive 3 football fields away, and sit there, and then I'm gonna come up here and sit there, and then I'm gonna drive off. $80,000 truck. But she's not at work. Yeah, they got shifts, but still, that's across the country, dude. So what does that tell you? The upper middle class are pulling surveillance on the middle class and below, and so on and so forth. That's the new class war. So I could ramble all day, but you just watched it happen, man. Just sitting out there for no fucking reason. And what color was that $80,000 truck, by the way? Oh, it was fucking silver. Red, white, silver, gold. White with red is almost always been used in communist propaganda. That doesn't mean it's bad, but any of their flyers, their pamphlets, their books. Red, white, black sometimes, always a cog or a hammer, okay? But there you go right there.